People, narcissists like to ruin your special events. This could be things like maybe you have a graduation, your birthday, different holidays. So let's say Christmas, Thanksgiving, those kind of events. And they do this essentially because they are a Debbie Downer. They have the spirit of Eeyore. They have to bring the mood down. Remember again that pathological narcissists are people that are stuck in the third dimension. So they're based in shame and they cannot move past their pride. And pride cometh before the fall, so they fall right back down to shame. So you're dealing with people in a shame pride cycle. So when you are in a happy mood, an elevated mood, a joyous mood, a peaceful mood, then they must bring you down to their level because they cannot get up to yours. So understand that pathological narcissist people do not have any joy within. Hence, they are joy killers. They will kill your peace, etc. Again, they have the spirit of Eeyore. They are Debbie Downers. So this is one sign to look out for. You know, how to spot a pathological narcissist. There are so many different signs. Understand that there really are 4 main characteristics that you can use to identify a pathological narcissist. And this is number 1, their grandiosity. Again, they believe that they are superior to others without merit. So they're very big-headed, right? This is their ego. This is their grandiosity. Secondly, you're dealing with people that require excessive amounts of admiration, attention, validation, and your reflection. Again, you have to boost your ego. And thirdly, they are empathy impaired. So they do not have the ability to put themselves in the other's shoes. So you're dealing with someone that is very apathetic because, again, they are empathy impaired. So they're very cold people. And fourthly, they are pathological liars. So understand that they are Pinocchio with his nose stuck in the elongated position because Jiminy Cricket, the conscience, is dead. Now, one more sign that you will notice when you're dealing with these individuals is that they are Debbie Downers. They are Eeyore. They do not want you to be happy again, people. Understand that people can only give you what they have. And pathological narcissists really are not very joyous people. They do not have joy within, right? Joy is way up there, people, in the 500s. That's a very high vibrating emotion. Pathological narcissist people are stuck below the line of 200. You're dealing with low vibrational beings. They do not have any joy within, so they must steal your joy. So you will see, for example, let's say you have a big interview or a graduation or a special work event, etc. You will see where they'll try to kill the vibe. They will sabotage you. So it could be that the night before, they'll stress you out. Oftentimes you will see where they try to deprive you of sleep. This is the sleep deprivation abuse tactic. They're trying to tire you out. They're trying to break your will. They're trying to wear you down. Or you could see where they will throw tantrums on the big day again. Understand that these people need admiration, validation, and attention. So they will throw tantrums like toddlers to get this attention. You can't get attention again. Remember that it's your big day. This can't happen in narc land. And it is important to understand that when we're talking about the third dimension, when we say that someone is rooted in their shame and they cannot move past their pride, when we're talking about victim abuser consciousness people, when we're talking about the fact that these people did not develop past their lower ego, understand that there is no equality in the third dimension. You are the narc's nemesis. They do not like you. They envy you, but they do not like you. They despise you. They are competing with you, you see. And you probably detected this in the narcissistic entanglement. Pathological narcissist people do not like you. They need you, but they hate that they need you. You irritate them. And when you try to leave, you will see where they will try to drag you back in because they must do this. This is a part of the cycle. It is dysfunctional. So it is important that as we go through this lesson, do not try to rationalize this behavior. It is irrational by default. You get to rational thinking when you get to the fourth dimension or higher. This is if you get to the line of courage or higher, if you get to 200 or higher. Again, pathological narcissists are stuck in the third dimension. They are stuck below the level of rational thinking. So do not try to rationalize crazy. It is insane. And insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. Wise words by Einstein. It is irrational. Envy is irrational. But this is the level of consciousness that they operate at. And people, you should be very wary of envious people. People that are envious of you are like a snake that is studying a rat. They are waiting for the perfect time to attack. They are waiting for the perfect time to betray you because they do not like you. They do not have love to give. Love is all the way up there in the 500s. Pathological narcissists do not have access to love. They have access to envy and shame, a lot of shame that they are not facing. So they'll dump this shame on you. So they'll say things like, nobody's ever going to love you. Everybody hates you. Nobody likes you. You don't have any friends. Like Smeagol. That is what you're dealing with. That spirit. That golem spirit. That monster spirit is what you're dealing with. So on the outside, they could be smiling, but they're just like Chucky. They'll smile in your face, but they have a butcher's knife behind their back because Chucky people is operated by the spirit of a serial killer. And pathological narcissists are soul killers. You're in spiritual warfare. They're trying to break you at your core. They're trying to wear you down, just like a predator that is on the hunt. Envious people size you up from day zero. Understand that a thief breaks into a house where they can steal useful things. So they're trying to steal your light. They're trying to steal your stuff. They're trying to take your resources. They're trying to break you down. Because this is how they operate. This is how it is in the third dimension. It is kill or be killed. It is eat or be eaten. It is survival consciousness, people. That is the third dimension. There is no love and peace and joy in the third dimension. That is too low. Love is a high vibration emotion. What you find in the third dimension is neglect, abuse, torture, chaos, drama, etc. It's negative. At the bottom of the Hawkins scale is where you will find the most negative emotions. And you must transcend these lower emotions to get to a higher state of vibration. So we're here to reach enlightenment. And enlightenment essentially is our highest state. It is our highest potential, right? We're trying to raise our consciousness. We're trying to raise our vibration. But pathological narcissist people are stuck in the third dimension. Because pathological narcissism is a type of psycho-spiritual arrested development. They are based in shame and they cannot move past their pride. And they're filled with pride, which means that they believe that they are grandiose and superior to you. So they believe that you are beneath them. And pride cometh before the fall, and they fall right back down to shame. That's the cycle. You say shame, pride, cycle. And they have been stuck here long before you came into the picture. You are watching an episode of Groundhog's Day. It's the same thing over and over and over again. It's insanity, which is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. So understand, when you're dealing with an Eeyore spirit, they're going to try to bring you down because they actually envy you, they despise you, and they hate that they need you. They do not want you to have anything good because they're low vibrational beings. They can't raise their vibration past pride, which means that they are stuck in cowardice. And narcissists are bullies, they're adult bullies, they're cowards. Because they're stuck in cowardice. That's the vibration that you find down there in the third dimension. They are unable to ascend. So if they cannot grow, then they are devolving. And pathological narcissism is regressive because they're not progressing. They're stuck in the third dimension. And they have been stuck in the third dimension long before you came into the picture. So it is important to understand that their behavior has nothing to do with you. And in order to exit these toxic relationships, you must get the courage to walk away and stay away. You must get the courage to ascend and never go back to the third dimension. You must raise your standards. You must raise your awareness. Because pathological narcissists are stuck in the third dimension. And you have no business in the third dimension. The third dimension is victim abuser consciousness. So any relationship that you get into with a pathological narcissist, a narcissistic sociopath, a sociopathic narcissist, a psychopathic narcissist, again, call these toxic individuals, whatever you want to call them. Any relationship that you get into with anyone that is stuck in the third dimension is going to be a victim abuser, type 1. That is the third dimension. There is no positive, healthy, blooming relationship in the third dimension. It is victim abuser consciousness. It is Ike and Tina and all of those dysfunctional relationships that you see on TV. That is the third dimension. So in order to have healthy, blossoming, blooming relationships, then we're talking about the fourth dimension or higher. It is when we pass the line of courage. It is when we step into the realm of power, you see. It is when we take back our power, when we get the courage. But if you don't have courage, then this means that you're giving over your power. And people are going to rule you by force. And that essentially is the gist of Power versus Force by Dr. David R. Hawkins. And if you want to learn more about the levels of consciousness, if you want to learn how to break free from the cycle of narcissistic abuse, go ahead and take the NARC101 course. It is a 3-hour course where I take you from A to Z on how to break free from these abusive cycles, this emotional roller coaster. And I also cover the map of consciousness in module 1, which is understanding your multidimensional nature. Go ahead and take the NARC101 course, a really great course if you're trying to heal from narcissistic abuse. People understand that pathological narcissists are Eeyore. That's their spirit. It's down in the dumps. Oh, well, nothing is ever going to be better. That's their stuff, and they'll project this off on you. Their behavior has nothing to do with you. You're dealing with someone with arrested development. They are emotionally immature. They're based in shame, and they can't move past pride. And they hate that you're a high vibrational person. They hate that you can revive your energy. They hate it because they can't do it. And people understand that water must meet its own level. So because they cannot ascend, then you must descend into the third dimension. Because that is where you will find pathological narcissists. That is where they live. It's kind of like the grumpy old troll. He lives under the bridge. So it is important not to descend past the line of courage. You maintain your frame by getting the courage to walk away from toxic individuals. Otherwise, you will see where if the consciousness gap is too wide, people, if the level of consciousness that you are at and the level of consciousness that somebody else is at is too wide, there is going to be conflict. Because you're too far apart vibrationally. There's too much friction. There's too much resistance. It's too far apart. And again, water must meet its own level. They're going to drag you down to their level. They're going to force you down to their level because they're ruled by force, because they cannot stand in their power. They cannot get past the level of 200. They cannot get the courage. You have the courage, people, to walk away and stay away from these toxic personalities. People, when it comes to narcissistic abuse, I've been where you are. Lost, confused, and seeking a way out. However, understand that it is completely possible to heal from narcissistic abuse. And one of the main steps is to get the courage to walk away and stay away. So if you're ready to rewrite your story and you need someone to talk to, I do offer one-on-one sessions. Go ahead and book a session. Let's connect. Your transformation, people, begins with that first courageous step. You must get the courage to walk away and stay away. So you may feel alone, but you are not alone. I've got your back, and all of the other people in the comment section also have your back. We're all on our healing journey. And together we'll navigate this journey of healing. We'll uncover our strength and we will create a future filled with empowerment. Because you get your power back, people, by getting the courage to walk away and stay away. So that really is the message for today, folks. Understand that if you're dealing with Eeyore, there's always a big gray cloud in the sky. They have a big gray cloud over their head. Oh, well, I'm a victim. Oh, my goodness. I'm so sad. That's what you're dealing with. That's the spirit of narcissism. It's a low vibrational energy. And it's going to pull you down. So you must get the courage to walk away and stay away. All right, good people. Thank you so much for your continued support. Ensure that you're liking these videos. Ensure that you're subscribed for more empowering content. If you have any questions or feedback, go ahead and leave that in the comment section. Sheik is the name. Thank you all for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.